My nephew destroyed my shirt because I didn't make him waffles. So I'm 36, no kids, good job. I like to help my family out when I can. I've got 2 sisters. Lisa's got 2 boys, 7 and 9. Annie's got an 8-year-old boy and a baby girl. Both of them are struggling a bit financially. And this year I thought, you know what? I'll take the kids on a 2-week seaside vacation. Let them have a real summer. The baby's still tiny, so Annie totally agreed it'd be better if she stayed home. But I said, before I commit to 2 weeks with 3 boys, let's do a test weekend. I told them to drop the kids off at my place. We'll hang out, see if everyone gets along. Friday night was perfect. We ordered pizza, played soccer in the yard, watched a movie. The boys were laughing, running around, and I thought, yeah, this will be great. Then came Saturday morning. I wake up early, make them cereal. Nothing fancy, just something easy before we head to the park. I set the bowls down, and Annie's kid, the 8-year-old, stares at it like I've just insulted him. Then he grabs the bowl and dumps the cereal on the floor. He goes, I have waffles on weekends. I just freeze. Like, what? I tell him, hey, we're not making waffles this morning, but we can have them for dinner or tomorrow, okay? He crosses his arms and says, I don't like cereal. So I try to stay calm. Okay, you can have toast, peanut butter, fruit, whatever you want. He screams, full volume. I want waffles. The other 2 boys are just sitting there, spoon halfway to their mouths, staring at me like, oh my god. I ignore the tantrum, clean up the floor, and move on, but the kid keeps testing me. Later that day, I tell them lunch is ready. Chicken, rice, veggies, cookies for dessert. He takes one look at the plate and goes, I'm not eating that, I want cookies now. I tell him, eat your veggies first. He glares at me and says, you suck. I'm like, you're not talking to me like that. He storms off to the guest room. 15 minutes later, I walk in, and there it is, my shirt, the one I'd left on the bed, cut up, scissors still in his hand. I just stand there, staring at the shredded fabric, my jaw on the floor. I ask, did you just cut up my shirt? He shrugs. You didn't let me have cookies. I swear I didn't even know what to say. I just tell him to sit down, and I call Annie. She doesn't pick up, so I text her, call me now. An hour later, she calls. I tell her exactly what happened. You know what she says? Oh, he's just high-spirited. High-spirited? The kid destroyed my shirt and screamed at me for not cooking him waffles. When she came to pick him up Sunday evening, I looked her straight in the eye and said, I'm sorry, Annie. I'm not taking him on vacation. She looked shocked, like I'd just told her I was leaving him on the moon. I said, I can't spend 2 weeks babysitting a kid who disrespects me in my own house. I offered this trip to make memories, not to be screamed at every morning. She sighed, muttered something like, he's just a kid, and left. Lisa showed up a few minutes later, and her 2 boys ran to me, grinning from ear to ear. Uncle, are we still going to the beach? I smiled. Yeah, you 2 are still going. They jumped up and down, hugging each other. They behaved great all weekend, polite, grateful, just good kids. I wanted to give them something special. But word travels fast in families. By the next day, my phone was blowing up. My mom, my dad, aunts, uncles, all calling, texting. How could you do that to Annie's boy? You're punishing a child for one bad weekend. You should treat them all equally. Equally? The kid cut up my clothes. He screamed in my face. My mom said, you're being cruel. He'll feel left out. I said, then maybe he should have thought about that before calling me names and destroying my stuff. She gasped like I'd cursed at a priest. He's 8. He doesn't understand consequences like that. Then maybe this is the perfect time for him to learn, I said. That night, I sat on my couch, surrounded by ripped pieces of that shirt, thinking about how wild it is that one small thing, one tantrum, one act of defiance can change everything. I imagined being trapped for 14 days with that kind of energy, waking up to yelling, refusing food, maybe cutting up more than just a shirt next time. No chance. The trip's next week. I've already got the tickets, packed the sunscreen, the little beach toys, the snacks they love. Lisa's boys keep sending me voice notes counting the days. Uncle, we're so excited. We're gonna swim all day. And honestly, I can't wait. But then my mom calls again, late at night, voice trembling. Ali, she says, Annie's been crying all day. Her son keeps asking why his uncle doesn't love him. I close my eyes. My throat tightens. Because it's not about love. I do love him, but love doesn't mean tolerating disrespect. I tell her, Mom, I'm not changing my mind. She goes quiet. Then you'll regret this.